A man joins a scam ring in northern Myanmar to make quick money. He deliberately travels to remote villages, targeting lonely elderly people. He selects suitable targets, takes photos with them, and secretly sends those photos to his accomplices. Later, during a staged lottery event, he rigs the draw and secretly awards the first prize to the elderly man he previously targeted. But before the prize can be taken home, the old man is asked to fill out a detailed personal information form. Once the scammer gets the elder's personal data, using the old man's identity, they sign contracts for 6 brand new Samsung smartphones. After that, they purchase large amounts of paid mobile games and push the installment payments to the maximum limit. What the scammers don't realize is that a revenge squad has already locked onto them. Dao Yi brings the elder's information to the phone store and demands the owner review all the contracts tied to those seniors. The shop owner laughs at Dao Yi, stands up confidently, and tries to intimidate him. Within 10 seconds, not a single one of them is left standing. Dao Yi then plugs a USB drive into the computer. Hacker Xiaomei immediately breaks into the store's system and reviews every contract signed under the elder's names. Once everything is exposed, Dao Yi sets the records on fire, erasing all the stolen data. With the behind-the-scenes operation destroyed, they now move on to deal with the 3 scammers still active in the villages. As the 3 scammers head toward another village, their car suddenly breaks down halfway. Left with no choice, they push the car to a nearby repair shop. Shockingly, the repair shop owner turns out to be Dao Yi himself. The breakdown was clearly part of his plan. While pretending to fix the car, Dao Yi overcharges them heavily and secretly listens in on their next scam plan. After the car is repaired, the scammers arrive at another village and begin their performance again, quickly attracting a crowd of elderly people. What they don't notice is that Wan Mao and Xiaobao have blended into the crowd. To protect the targeted elder, Xiaobao deliberately trips while dancing and secretly swaps the note with the old man. When the scammer announces the winning number, they then move on to the next round of the lottery, this time targeting an elderly woman who lives alone. After receiving the photo, Hacker Xiaomei immediately forwards it to Wan Mao. As Wan Mao walks past the elderly woman, he quietly switches the number. When the scammer reads out the winning number again, Wan Mao confidently walks on stage and claims the prize, leaving the 3 scammers completely speechless. Back at their base, the lead scammer angrily kicks his subordinate and scolds him for being careless. The next day, just as they prepare to leave, their car mysteriously refuses to start again. Later, Daoki suddenly stops the car when he sees an elderly man with difficulty walking in the road. Seeing how unsteady the old man is, Daoki kindly helps him across. The old man pulls out a $100 bill to thank him. This scene completely shocks the 3 scammers inside the car. Clearly, this elderly man is extremely wealthy. What they don't realize is that everything is part of a carefully designed trap by the revenge squad. The scammers secretly sneak into his house and are stunned to find a Ferrari and shelves filled with expensive wine. Suddenly, the old man returns carrying a package filled with cash. The scammers panic and decide to retreat. Back home, the lead scammer immediately asks his subordinates what they discovered. The truth is revealed. The elderly man is actually Uncle Zhang, a key member of the revenge squad. To move the plan forward, Uncle Zhang requests a dance performance by young women. The performer turns out to be Xiaomei in disguise. After the show, Uncle Zhang quietly hands her a key. When the 3 scammers later return to find the sports car, Xiaomei is gone. Only a treasure map remains. Moments later, a truck suddenly rolls downhill and explodes, completely destroying their vehicle. The revenge squad had already recovered the stolen money and sabotaged their escape. Elsewhere, the lead scammer follows the map to the hidden cache location. He steps on a landmine and meets his final fate. The next day, the revenge squad distributes all the stolen goods and money back to the village elders for free. Later, the man becomes distracted while driving and nearly hits someone. In the chaos, a little girl suddenly appears. Xiaomei immediately gets out of the car to check on her, but the girl looks extremely nervous. When she sees Daoki and the others approaching, she panics and runs away, worried for her safety. They chase after her and finally find her curled up behind an outdoor air conditioning unit. Seeing that Daoki doesn't look dangerous, the girl slowly stands up and says something strange. Sensing something is wrong, Daoki brings her back to the office. She appears to be lost but refuses to go to the police. Uncle Zhang gently reassures her, telling her this is a child safety center where she can stay without fear. When asked about her parents' contact information, the girl silently shakes her head. Xiaomei hands her a bottle of milk. At first, she doesn't respond until the sound of a bell triggers a traumatic memory. Police records identify the girl as Wang Shuyan and claim her mother will come to pick her up. However, Shuyan refuses to leave. She only wants to find her younger sister, Xiaowang. Her words confuse everyone, but they realize a deeper truth is being hidden. Daoki decides to visit Shuyan's home. There, he overhears two men having a suspicious conversation. They turn out to be real estate promoters working under a so-called housing expert. To avoid alarming the criminals, the revenge squad pretends the child has already been picked up. Uncle Zhang explains that traumatized children often give inconsistent answers out of fear. On the surface, the housing expert appears highly respected. In reality, he is trafficking children to manipulate housing qualifications. Xiaomei and Daoki disguise themselves as newlyweds to infiltrate the operation. When expert Zhang appears, the crowd erupts in applause as he promises dream homes. He claims to have a special method to help couples afford houses. Ironically, couples who appear too wealthy are immediately rejected. Daoki sabotages the data and triggers a fake fire alarm. Expert Zhang grows suspicious and insists on inspecting their new home.
The horrifying truth is revealed. Children are locked in dark rooms from birth, controlled with food like animals. These children are used to trap couples into illegal adoption schemes that steal property. Expert Zhang has already scammed more than 30 luxury homes using this method. Daoyi finally admits they are not a real couple, but expert Zhang doesn't care. Desperation is all that matters. She orders them to go to a remote maternity hospital. There, a baby is about to be born. Coldly, she explains that the baby will be handled afterward. When a pregnant woman resists, she is beaten. At the critical moment, Daoyi triggers the fire alarm, saving her and exposing everything. It's a good idea.